What's going on, YouTube? AlphonZeus up Team Gradelock here with another episode of Unlocking Your Week, episode 83. We're going to start things off with the tournament results. I'll give pretty much, I guess, a round-by-round breakdown of how I did with the Musketeers for the first weekend of the tournaments for Set 17 version E is legal. I'll do pretty much a video content preview after that, and then I will go into the episode breakdown. Now, I know you guys want me to talk about, I guess, discussions about maybe points in Vanguard, so I'll make a separate vlog for that moment, so you don't have to worry too much about that. I'll hopefully have that up during the week sometime. I'll maybe make it like a weekly thing, like I do the unlocks a week, because I don't know, vlogs are kind of entertaining, so I'll definitely try and do that and centralize that sole video around just discussing a singular topic. So moving right into the local results. For Cardfight, Vanguard, and Future Card Buddyfight, we had one of each tournament during the week in that game on. On Friday, we had about, I guess, 9 to 11 people that entered the Future Card Buddyfight tournament, where the sneak peek packs for Set 5 Break to the Future were up for grabs. And therefore, with the 4 people that managed to top in no particular order, I know Dex, one of the top people at our locals, he topped with Dragon World, Destruction Dragons in general, not Thunder Knights, well, with Armor Dragons too, but I don't think I saw any Thunder Knights in there. So, next up, we actually had Adam, who ran in with Dragon World Thunder Knights, so it's good to see him make it to the top 4 as well. Then we had Joe going in with Katana World Skull Warriors. He performed well. He managed to make it to a top spot as well. And finally, we have Ian rounding out top 4 with Dungeon World Hybrid. I wouldn't call it a helmet deck, but still, it's pretty aggressive, and it can really do some crazy OTKs. So, moving right along right now. So, tournament results. Going into this tournament, I went with Musketeers. I went with a full Legion build. So, 4 Veras, 3 Martinas, 3 of the Mate Torre, 3 of the Mate Saul, 3 of Sylvia, and 3 of Augusto, the 12k attacker. Then, grade 1s, we have 3 Rebecca, 3 Antonios, 1 Kirsty, so 3 Perfect Guards, 1 Quintet, 4 America, and 3 of Susanna. The Soul Blast 2, you can unflip up to 2. So, round 1, I went up against John, and it was a back and forth match. I was not able to record I was able to record matches, but by the time I hit round 2, it got really scary because the camera's starting to warm up, and warm by I mean like getting hot, and I don't want to break the camera. So if anything, I can try and put a highlight from that match in there, at least maybe in the particular match where the game ended, so you get to see what exactly happened and what led to the said player winning that game. And we ended up having to go to game 3, where pretty much I had to bank on getting my 5th damage trigger so I can survive the assault. And unfortunately, that didn't come to pass, as I damage checked a grade 1. So, John round 1-1, I lost. Going into round 2, I went against Adam. I know I have a clip from at least the first game that I managed to record, and pretty much he killed me pretty convincingly, because Sing Saver, he actually used the skill twice, because he had 3 Vanguard swings. 1 for the regular swing, and then he did the restand twice. And that was actually pretty insane, because I was looking at it, I was like, Secret Thing, Saber Dragon, not that bad. Soul Requirement can use some work. And you go in, you swing, okay, no guard. And then he rides again, and he swings. I'm like, okay, I got 4, so I perfect guard this. And then he swings again, a 3rd time, and I'm thinking, alright, I'm dead. I literally have no cards in hand to guard with. So he 2-0'd me pretty convincingly with that strategy in mind. And I couldn't really survive Seeker because he actually got critical pretty early on in the second game, and I was not able to actually get all of that recorded down. So, he managed to beat me, so I'm right now 0-2. Round 3, I went up against Sean, and he was running Aquaforce, Blue Storm. It wasn't with Tetraverse, so it was actually with, the first name that comes to mind is Vesuvius, but Genovius, not the right chain, but still. It was the one where is the Legion, along with the Break Ride, where on 4th attack, I think retire 2, draw 1, or the other way around. And he had the Legion mate where if you drove check a copy or persona of him or his mate, then you actually get to restand 2 units, and I think they get 5,000 each. So I managed to win 2-0 because in, I think, the first game he was Gradelocked, and the second game I just overwhelmed him with turn 2 by having a full board ready to attack him. So I managed to win round 3, and then going into round 4, I went up against Joel, and he was running Murakumo with Hyaki Vogue Reverse. An interesting tech card that he actually had was the 6k Unlocking unit, because he was actually able to utilize the limit break twice. So that means he gave his front row Hyakivergs plus 20k, opposed to the usual 10k when you lock only 2. So that was actually pretty good, but I managed to still overwhelm him with the defense. It really came down to hitting double triggers on both games a lot more than he did. So he wasn't really able to recover from the stand trigger as well as the crit trigger that happened to him as well. So I was very surprised that I managed to actually hit a double crit to put him to 5 damage or even 4 damage that way, because in game 2 you're actually healing quite a bit. So I had to rely on that double crit in order to accelerate the hit game even further. And my apologies. Feeling a little bit sick right now. So after that tournament I went 2-2. I guess not a bad outing. I definitely would have done worse, but I'm glad that Musketeers put in at least some work so I can break even today, at least in the tournament schedule. So going into the top 4, I know John went undefeated with the Ogle Dragger, or the Dragged Ogre Legion Break Ride Spike Brothers deck, and then we had Joe coming in next with the Abyss Revengers, and then next up we had Jason go in with the Garnet Star Infinite Zero Chaos Breaker Dragon variant build. It was pretty much just locking people early from the get-go and just controlling the game outright from there. And then finally rounding out the top 4 happened to be Ryan with the Metalborgs with the Daikaiser Break Ride. Yes, a glory with a potential popping trigger skill with grade 3. So congrats to all people who made it to the top 4. Now that's done, let's get into the video content preview. You're going to have quite a number of videos this week. We're going to be doing another Did I Plus video, but this time going in with boxes, and I mean 4 boxes of Set 17 version E, and you get to see that hopefully soon. I just have to edit all the clips together, and maybe instead of how I used to do it for the pizza box openings and the sneak peeks, rather than that, I will just pretty much flash up numbers here and there and just see how much value pretty much I got at the end of the video, so you guys get to see at least some of the cards. It gets a little bit messy, so I'll try my best to at least put down at least everything that I would pull, because the thing is though, it's 6 doubles and 3 triples that are guaranteed in every single box. So in total that would be at least 24 double rares, and then that would be 12 triple rares. So trying to calculate that, hopefully I can fit in the right amount of cards on the screen without blocking out the shots of the pulls that were made. So Did I Plus episode 3 will be coming up this week. Then I'll be doing a deck profile of John's deck in the Ogle Dragged Ogle Break Ride Legion. And we're going to have Ryan in it as well, because they're going to do a dual deck profile. Both of them ran the deck, but they also have their particular text that they like to put in the deck, which differ out quite well. So, after that, we're going to be having a match for you all in Cardfight Vanguard. I won't announce the clans that are in the match yet, but you'll get to see how it all works out by the end of the week, hopefully, if I can get all this video editing done then. So that's a video content preview for this week, but I did forget, there is going to be another vlog this week. This time I'm going to be going over a particular topic of discussion on the Facebook page, as well as, I'll say here in the YouTube video as well. Which topic would you like me to discuss? Pretty much just in the vlog format, just like this, except a lot shorter. So, in terms of content, I like to know, okay, I have a few ideas flopping around from people that are just getting into the tournament scene, or people dealing with situations such as getting out of Gradelock, or even just card games in general. Whatever topic you'd like me to divulge into for this week's extra vlog, feel free to comment down below as well, and I'm going to put a post up on Facebook this week just to get a general consensus of what the people would like to see me talk about. So, that's it for the video content preview, and now that we're done, let's get right into the episode breakdown. So this is going to be Ride 209 or G Turn 13. Of course, you haven't seen the episode yet. Spoiler alert, you haven't paused to close the video. Go watch that episode, come back right here so we can talk about it. If not, you can close out the video. Be on your merry way. So Ride 209 or G Turn 13 Night at Card Capital. After Chrono defeats Jaime in probably one of the most sackiest ways possible, of course you get a celebration because you get to grade 2. And so when he goes to Card Capital one day, sees that it's closed due to the sign, and then he goes in only to see Team Trinity Dragon and Kamui greet him with a celebration. And you see this table, he's thinking, oh wow, my diet. What happened? And seeing how, hey, these are rivals, but hey, you're going to congratulate each other when you get to the next grade anyways. And going through the entire table, at least from my perspective, and then you get to see how much food they eat, because I guess they don't really have much time to do stuff like this. So after they go through the food, then Kamu's like, you know what, we gotta get more food. Shin, watch the store for a bit. Going, and then they run into more comrades, namely Shion, Tokaha, and Kumi. So after he rounds up those three, and going back with more food, they celebrate, and they end up playing, I guess, more games or so. And of course, one of my favorite parts, which just so happens to be the face of the episode, was when they all gather around, they're eating and stuff, and then we get to see Chrono's picture being taken by, I guess it was Kumi and Tokaha, and the face that he goes is like, what? And, when they say, oh, let me see the picture, and Chrono is just going like, please, senpai, no, and it's just kind of funny to see Chrono flustered and embarrassed like that, which is why in the promo hype, my best impression image that I have on my Facebook page, I put in those little blush marks. So, seeing that go in, it just shows, okay, this guy's at least comfortable enough to not to really get embarrassed around. And then after that whole party shindig is done, we get to see Shin try and say, hey, okay, I guess that's all, you can start cleaning up now. And then Kamui comes in, they're playing ping pong, and it's like, wow. But the thing is, Shion ends up saying like, oh, I got this to do with the English, my English lessons, and then he ends up canceling those plans because like he wanted to stay, and of course they want him to stay because of course, hey, they're not doing this every night now, come on. They can only do this for so long, at least in terms of hours, I mean not times. And the way that he even went to the butler and hacks to cancel, it just says, alright, this is not like him in a way, but the thing is, he's a kid, he needs to enjoy it and not have his time mega scheduled around. Pretty much because this reminds me of, I think, one of the characters in Hey Arnold, a very classic 90s show, where there was a kid that had his life revolving around the schedule. After school, he has lessons, he has tutoring, he has reading. Just so much in the schedule that the guy's feeling like he's 25 years old and he's not a kid. For the love of God, they're only in 4th grade and they're going through this. So that's just my rant on Hey Arnold and how similar I can see Shion is to that character in particular. Bonus points if you actually know the name of that character. So, after that, we get to see Chrono ends up going, what are we going to do now? But the thing is, though, I do like his path of how he's slowly opening up. Because things are for someone that's an orphan. And, I guess what we've seen in 2 episodes prior, it was kind of emotional way because, Chrono, he didn't have parents, literally, to look up to. It was only his aunt. And I guess him just expressing himself in a way that, I guess, even Naoki, back when, he was just starting out, it's crazy to see how far they've come. And for him, especially when they're playing ping pong, Chrono to call out Toka saying, you suck, they are pretty much on, like, old couple status where they just bicker and argue, and how Tokaha was so bad when she tries to justify that she does not suck at ping pong. And the thing is, when Shin ends up trying to not panic about the situation, we get a call from Misaki, and yes, Misaki, alright, we see an old school character stop by, and seeing her now, wow, she looks very, very elegant. I know it's just 2 years, but the thing is though, she is most likely in college, I know that. And I don't know, she really became, I guess, not like as reserved as I've seen way before like season 1 status, but she's really evolving into her own character. I know she doesn't really stutter, she's very calm about it, but at least from her demeanor, she sounds a lot more polite, I guess. It doesn't sound she's as blunt as she was, especially to Naoki. And how effective ping pong it can go. It got really, really competitive. Especially when you get to the point where it's like, alright. Chrono's really settling into the whole, yo, I'm the man, I'm the guest of honor today, and I don't have to do stuff. Even though at the beginning of the episode he was like, oh no, I don't want to be so much, and then bam, you just say, okay, I'm the king. Shh. So, the thing is though, they end up actually going out to a park. I don't know how late this is, but dear God, it's like, of course, yeah, past their bedtimes, that curfew. And going in next to one of the scenes where I would not see a character do this was actually Kumi, where she got tricked, or she tricked Team Trinity Dragon, looking like a possessed demon. And even though they already know it's her, it seems like her hair changed, because it used to be like a lighter color, but in that flashlight it looks completely darker. And they didn't even notice Kamui when they realized, oh, okay, it was just like a jump scare for them and they're still scared. And then it gets to the point where they end up playing Vanguard almost all night. And oh my goodness, they were playing Vanguard all night. Can you believe it? As middle schoolers, I don't know if you can even make it through the whole night. You'll probably have to be passed out by like 2 a.m. in the morning. And after they even have Shin say, hey, call our parents, tell them we'll be here at Card Capital, we're just having a little party sleepover thingy. And then we see people sleep. After they play rounds and rounds and rounds of Vanguard, oh my, they were going to the Vanguard Casino quite a bit. And then they evaluate into doing something that has been an anime trope, at least I've seen for quite some time now. I remember back in Pokemon when Jigglypuff used to do this, where now you get to see people drawing on people's faces when they're asleep. And the thing is, though, even though Tokaha and Chrono were in on, they want to get Shion into it, and he's like, oh, what am I doing? And that pressure, that peer pressure was so bad. I felt so bad for him that I decided to do that on Kamui. And by the time the whole thing is done and over, they end up going out and they end up to the bridge like, okay, this is very late. Like, I'm very scared for your safety right now. But this is Vanguard. What are we talking about? Everything is safe in the world. And then we end it with pretty much, I guess, the morning after, where all of a sudden we see everybody's face being drawn on. And Misaki returns to the store looking elegant, as always. And as they help clean up and they wake up all groggly-eyed and stuff like that with their funny drawings on their head, we get to see her go through at least some of the pictures, and we end the episode on a very, I guess, feel-good note, because seeing that, we have, wow, this is a pretty good group of people to hang around with. And of course, they're all pretty decent card fighters. And this ends turn 13. A kind of, I want to see a little bit more card fighting, but the thing is, though, for this episode, alright, I guess we're at the point where, like, we're at the action, and then it goes down, like, we're going to relax a bit, and then we're going to build up to the next arc. I haven't seen the preview for episode 14 yet, so feel free to really call me out if you see anything in the preview for the next episode that caught your eye in a way. Now, before I go, I always want to say, hey, we got 2 things that I want to do. First, the Fat House promo. We're still going on. Please, if you happen to be in Belleville, please stop by the NJ Fat House, based off of, the Fat Trucks and the Are You Hungry down in Rutgers, New Brunswick. Please, if you stop by there, tell them Team Gradelock sent you, and try out one of their fat sandwiches. It's great for a cheat day, and if you want to eat more fat sandwiches, they are pretty much open every day of the week. So, you can stop by them and pick up a fat sandwich for yourself. And also, a second thing is the vlog giveaway. So, episode 80, we have a giveaway for 2 different pairs of sleeves that, of course, meet the conditions of under $20 and still available. So, if I announce the winners then, in the next vlog, hopefully, or at least a separate vlog, then I will, tell the 2 winners. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll provide a link in the description down below, so you can head to Ride 80, or episode 80, dear God, and you can see how to enter that giveaway. The giveaway ends on February 4th, and I will call out the winner the next day, and winner number 2. So, that is it for me. My name is AlphonZeus. I hope you guys enjoy, I guess, the higher quality that my smartphone is giving you, and I'll try to have another vlog for you, just detailing one other topic that I can divulge into quite a bit that I'll talk about, and we'll take it from there and see how it is. But it's going to be a very busy week for video content for you guys, and that is it for me. My name is AlphonZeus. I hope that you've enjoyed the week that I've unlocked for you, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.